Letter to Ahmadreza Djalali and his family. Dear Ahmadreza, it is hard for us to imagine how you survived almost 2 years in the terrible Evin prison in Tehran, Iran. Your home country you were always so proud and fond of. We wondered why you did not appear in our European Master in Disaster course in May 2016. You had been invited to Iran to speak as an expert in disaster preparedness of hospitals, your scientific topic. It took some time before we knew you had been arrested and isolated for several months, and nobody knew why, not even you. We got very worried when we heard you were not allowed a lawyer of your choice and that your judge was known in Iran as the hanging judge. He sentenced you to death in October 2017 after a fake trial, denying your rights and the fact that there is not a single piece of evidence against you. We know you had nothing to do with all they accuse you of. Ahmad framed you as a criminal instead of a scientist, but we will keep fighting to get justice for you. As your colleague and as your friend, Ahmad, it is impossible for me to depict you, who sacrificed his work and life to help improve health systems and to do so many for lives of people in danger, in a cell of only a few square meters, now depending on help from us. A recent image shows how you emaciated, how pale you look, and it terrifies us. You deserve instant medical care, a fair and open public trial, a lawyer of your choice, and a correct defense with supervision from your second home country now, Sweden. You have these rights as a citizen of Iran, of Europe, of this world. And yes, I know how hard you want to prove your innocence to your Iranian fellow citizens. You need to be restored in your pride and honor as well. Maybe this will be a surprise to you, but you have become an icon in Europe and the Middle East. We know you are not the only one who was imprisoned and maltreated without respect for your universal rights, but your case has touched hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. So many doctors, students, teachers, scientists, activists, journalists, politicians, and diplomats are working on your situation today. We will not rest until you are at home with Vida, Ario, and Amitis, your wife and children. This is where you belong, and we cannot stop until you are there. As long as there is hope, you will live. And as long as you live, our hope and fights remain. Until you are free. Dear Vida, Ahmadreza's wife, it is impossible for us to imagine what this injustice means to you, how you manage taking care of your job in Sweden, of the household, your 2 lovely children, and in the meantime continue to fight for justice for Ahmadreza. Even though I know you must be very tired, full of grief and anger, daily writing letters and social media posts, keeping the international attention for Ahmad at the highest level, it is amazing how you continue to refuse to give up hope. Let me take this opportunity, Vida, to express my deepest respect for you as a person. Even when Ahmad was imprisoned, you could not tell us the truth immediately, as you were afraid for repercussions to him and to your children. You always stayed respectful to your country, as did Ahmad. When lies were told and spread, you responded with dignity, correcting the information, demonstrating the gaps in the false accusations, and exploring the reasons why Ahmad was sacrificed for causes he had nothing to do with. Ahmad is innocent. And for innocent people, Vida, we will continue to fight by all means. Dear daughter, Ario Djalali, 15 years old. And dear son, Amitis Djalali, 6 years old. As a pediatrician, it is my duty to look over the well-being of children and minors, wherever in the world. From the beginning of this painful story, I've been thinking so many times of both of you. I can only feel a part of the pain in your heart, but it makes me so angry that you are forced to suffer. When I'm explaining your father's case to the international press, when I'm writing letters to Iranian and European politicians, to religious leaders, when I have 5 minutes during the busy days and when I cannot sleep during the thoughtful nights, I now hug my children longer than they like. because I know we can and you cannot. Because we are free and you are not. As innocent children, you must be feeling even more powerless than us, not being able to change the imprisonment of your father. This breaks my heart. This breaks my heart, and the heart of so many people in Belgium, in Europe, and in Iran. As a citizen of this world, as an adult, I am so sorry this happens to you all. You have no part in this, only sorrow. It is to you, Vida, Ario, and Amitis, that I make this promise from the warmest of my heart. We will never give up fighting for you and your dad. We will never accept this injustice, and we will continue to stand with you to get Ahmadreza back to where he belongs, home with his wife and children. Free Ahmad, we will never give up. Dank aan iedereen om te blijven steunen en te blijven hopen. Dank u wel.